come and testify to the court on a situation where, on a letter of credit transaction that involved two banks, and they did the expert opinion. So they subpoenaed me from Lagos. So I went to to Anambra to testify, just to educate the court on what the bank could have done. But what was interesting to me that when I met the exporter that had this issue with the bank on the letter of credit, he has master letter of credit rule. He was quoting the rule for me. Now, he could have learned it before the issue, and he could have prevented it from happening. But because of the issue, he lost about $80,000. Because of the issue, he took the bank to court because of the error the bank made. But now he has to read about this thing. But he could have learned about it before. But now he's a master in letter of credit. He understood the rule. He was telling me about it. Come, these are rules that only bank can do. How come you know this rule like this? But I don't understand that. He needed to win that case. So he needed all the information he needed to provide for his lawyer so that the lawyer can handle his case in court. But what I'm trying to say is that he could have done that earlier. But for one reason or the other, I think it's common in our environment. People don't think learning. Someone will say, I want practical. And when they say they want practical, I always tell them, I'm a science student. In secondary school, I learned in theory, acid, base, and salt in class before we went to the lab and do titration. So I know by theory that if I add hydrochloric acid plus sodium hydroxide, I'm going to get H2O plus NaCl. But I learned it first in what? Theory. Before I could what? Practice. So saying I don't want theory, as if it's wrong to learn in theory so that you'll be able to know exactly what to do in practical. Now, custom union, then come economic union. In economic union, what happened in economic union is that you are now having one central bank with a single currency, with the same economic policy. So now, if you have that, the euro, right? But the goal of AFCFTA in Africa is one day, maybe we'll have our own Afro. You know what Afro, right? 1 million Afro. Our own currency. Well, yes, exactly. No, but we need it. Because one of the things that is not helping Africa to grow is that we have several currencies among ourselves. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make, some currencies are so useless. It doesn't make sense. But that's the legacy of the European and with the colonization effect on Africa. Now, let's look at some of the examples of free trade agreement. We have the African Continental Free Trade Agreement, of which Nigeria is a signatory. For the whole of Africa, 54 countries have signed. We have the ECOWAS Trade Liberalization Scheme, and I'll spend more time on these two in Africa, even though there are other agreements that you can also leverage on, as the regional coordination mentioned during her presentation. Then we have the African Growth Opportunity Act. But, like I said, this is supposed to be extended, I think this November. But obviously, we don't expect that Trump is going to approve that Sub-Saharan Africa will ship goods to US duty-free when he has already dished out 50% to Nigeria. You know about our duty now is 50%. They dish out 50%. Nigeria, I like our government. No argument, no discussion. No bother talking to Trump. It's not ready. And quite frankly, I did a presentation to the NEPC at an event, I think it was last month, on my opinion, based on data that we really do not have to worry ourselves. Because you know what's interesting is that Trump actually exempted some products. Is that not interesting? Trump exempted some products on that list. You know why they exempted it? They exempted one. And guess what? Nigeria produced some of them. So why are you worrying yourself? Concentrate your energy on the products that they don't have, that you have. Now now worry yourself and say, please reduce the 50%. You are lucky. Some countries are 50%. India is 50%. 25% initial dash of duty. Then they gave them another 25%. They said because they are buying oil from Russia. And the oil they are buying from Russia is helping Russia. Russia is using it to fund the war. Do you know the interesting thing? US buy from Russia.